Felix Barela. This is Scone O'Connor. Scone O'Connor is here in Warden, Washington. As you can see, it says Scone O'Connor, Protos INC, and this is the Stabilizer INC, Bellevue, Washington. As you can tell in the background, we got pallets, we got warehouses, storage facilities dealing with raw material, all the raw material that deal with Scone O'Connor has a wide variety at the raw material, and then it comes across the street in Lamb West and gets processed, puts on the scale. But we got onions, potatoes, and also the administration office they have here across the street with Lockwoods, Spudniks, containers, milestones. They got Spudniks, Lockwoods, got Lockwoods, Spudniks, and containers that run into the Vista utility gas line. The Vista gas line has a that's connected to Cimaron 5 INC, Banquet Party Restaurant Bar, also connected to City Hall in Othello, Washington, and 500 East Main Street, Othello, Washington. And there is a Warden City Hall, which is put that on YouTube, Facebook, and that's on the administration office. And we fax and submit everything to Andy Miller, andymiller.co, Andy Miller at CO Benton, Washington, US, 509-735-3591. Man use pass record, Department of Motor Vehicles, Utilities at the, also in a Vista Utilities have a record recollection report on manifest record on all the translibrations on the business UBI number. That's Warden City Hall and also Othello City Hall and Moses Lake City Hall. And that's right in the administration office and payment and receiving for your renewals. And that's Kim Wayman, Secretary of State. And this is Lockwoods, and this John Deere RDO, John Deere Evergreen Implements connected to Vista Utilities as well. And Othello, Ritzville, and also Othello, and Pioneer Way has a different discrepancy plan on how they import and export their supplies on shipment and receiving on the CDL matter and also the stipulation matter. And Scone O'Connor is connected to the power equipment on the power generator backup system, as you can tell. This is Scone O'Connor again. This is the back and front of the warehouse. They have the Valley Fruit. They got the onion containers. They got the shipment and receiving in the back. Containers, garbage disposal containers. Consider the garbage and also Lakewood. They got the containers for the back area. They got the pallets formally put in order and fashioning matter. And also the raw material piping and back in the back storeway. We got the Fruit and Valley. We got the Scone O'Connor emblems. These are Scone O'Connor emblems on the back entranceways for the pallet forming. Lay the pallets. We got Fort Valley and Scone O'Connor. And Scone O'Connor pallets and distribute versus the containers, plastic containers, versus the wood containers. As you can see, downtime versus the wood, there's no downtime because we got plastic containers which are stored all over Scone O'Connor. And per the chart, we got the old system, used to be all these containers are wooden. Now we got brown plastic containers, salad containers. We got the parking entranceway for Scone O'Connor. Scone O'Connor has the, of course we got a Vista Utilities and we got some outlets and stuff whatnot. But these gauges are run by a Vista Utilities, as you can see. Grant POD, but Vista Utilities has transactions and reports of billions and billions of natural propane lines, natural cascade, which is connected to Tri-Cities, Kennewick, and also the electrical of this utility is connected to Spokane, Washington, and Mission Street. We got reefers, we got refrigerations, we got 53 footers, we got trailers, we got refrigerations, we got railroad cars, we got a variety of trucks that come here and sit, and then they coming back. They have the stall, we got bays, run the raw material back in raw material, and that's filtered and processed. And then Lamb Weston gets some ordinance of it. Washington Tail gets ordinance of it, shipping, filtering the rocks, raw material out of it. Remember, they ran the rocks and they run the machinery. It's downtime. Downtime is always in maintenance, fixing the blades because the rocks mess up the blades. The concern, get rid of all the concern and get a rock crusher from Lamb Weston filter system that feeds out the rocks, smashes the rocks, puts it on a conveyor belt, and then uses it for the Department of Transportation. Would be good to alleviate the stress and rock issue that clogs up the drains, clogs up the systems, cement conveyor belts, electrical wiring. The blades are, they change, and there could be a resource changing out the system and converted it into a rock crusher, which would be ordinances. And this is grain elevator is always shipped and received import-export here on the scale. We got grain elevator, as you can see. This grain elevator has, as you can see, we got corn, and it's HDB, corn, STS, also the swaffer that's on the grain elevator here. And this is grain elevator is processed and downloaded, as you can see. And there's the train import services we got. And they have import, export, all the supplies on railroad car. There's always a downtime. There's always something in the matter for labor, maintenance, overtime because of the equipment breaking down and the rocks. But they can do a filter system. They can do a crush runner. We unload this rock or transport it by rail car instead of having Department of Transportation get involved. If they do get involved, they can transport it. They can always piggyback it and put it in dump truck and use a rail car systems. Import-export systems belong to the military staff. Connects to San Francisco Amtrak station and fuel station. You can save a lot of money.